up? What's up? Give me 1 second here. Running a little bit into some issues. God damn it. Give me 1 second. All right, there we are. I'm still having some issues with my sound though. God damn it, man. Why? Fucking Winamp. Why would you do that to me? Anyway, we got like 2 minutes till the open, so very quick. Profiles. Obviously, last week, huge dump Friday. We are currently at the in value of that huge range. I think I'd rather look at some dailies here. So at the daily here, we bounce on the lows. This is going to be a huge level on that swing here. If we gain that, that's going to be looking really good. If you reject that, it's going to be looking real heavy on the daily. So I'm anticipating price to test those levels, see what's up. On the hourly here, structure currently is bullish up, but overall down. I'm anticipating price to gravitate towards the 800s here. Let's see what happens here. Do we continue? Do we reject? But yeah, on those time frames, I'm kind of looking for a retest up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So swing wise, I'm looking at the overnight high. Damn it, I want some music, man. Why, Winamp? What do you do to me? I'm just unable to put it on my freaking. Why is that? Why is that? Anyway, market already opened here, so worries for later. It's kind of annoying though. It's kind of annoying. So like some music. Why is there no music? Right, let's put something from the YouTube on. Probably gonna get copyright strike or whatever. Whatever. Hope everyone is doing well. It's a little bit chaotic at the moment because I'm late at the chart. So you got a lot of orders at the 300s. Filter some bubbles out. Falling is pretty low here. So direction-wise, it's not really that obvious because of the sell-off. Everything is pointing down on a higher time frame. But that doesn't mean she can't go up too. Get the lowest from prior session here at the 980s, like 29,000. Basically in the middle of value, although it was a really big sell-off, so there's that. Get that POC somewhat lower too. See what happens at these levels. Damn, volume is really low. Low. Morning, guys. See if we can find setup. So I'm looking at these levels at that structure at the 15 minutes, see if this holds. That would still be looking good for continuation up. If you fail these levels here, especially the orange one, be looking for a move to test its balance here. That's what I'm about to do. Looks heavy though, but ideally some patience. It's also no news today, if I'm not mistaken. got CPI this week, PPI. If the session wants to go long, it goes long, but I'll probably wait when we start trading above these levels though. Don't want to gamble at the moment to catch. Makes sense, but I think overall everything is pointing down, so I don't want to be too aggressive up. At the moment. Fuck is this song, dude? Basically retested those levels, absorbed. A lot of orders down. See if we can start eating those. Not the biggest fan at this level though. If you push down, I'm probably gonna go break even fairly quick. Not looking too hot for me. It needs to push down that wick. Buyers tipping in. I'm gonna get sucked out of here. Probably too tight because the absorption is right on top here. Got my stop way too tight. I feel like the long makes sense, but issue is that the invalidation point is here. Stop is too tight, too wide to play it. Structure-wise, this still looks good for continuation on a 15 minute, so that was the thing I was a little bit worried about. Strong reaction though. The smartest thing would be to wait for the break of the eyes. That would be the smartest thing. setting up short, but really not a fan. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's very balanced though, I'd say. On the other hand, rejecting opening price to the downside, you want to see continuation now. Damn it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, huh? Huge candles too though. Restacking, restacking. I want to see continuation. Jeez, they got sort of hard here. Get the urge, but I need to wait. Ideally, we sweep lows and see that would be something to, or an easier way to see how or what she wants to do. At this point, it could still just stay here, go up and down, very violent because freaking candles are huge. This short setup made sense though. Made sense. Hey, what's up, David? Yeah, I got back last Friday. I need some time for myself, man. Figure out what it was that I do good in the market, because my performance was just getting out of hand in the end there. It's not good. It's getting to my head too. Want to see continuation from those lows here. At this point, she will be consolidating already. unable to break this high, unable to break this low. Meaning could be a good time to wait for the IB, the 15-minute IB or the 30-minute IB to break. Icebergs. I don't put icebergs on my screen. It's no. Only use I have for this is to see where are the orders, where are they positioned. So to help me in my position. So for example, if I were to be long here, I see there is a big order here. I could potentially target this and then basically manage my trade from that. Maybe my 3R is right below it, and I might just drag up my take profit a little bit to hit that level. Things like that. Not really watching the aggression, a little bit, not too much. Mainly just to see where the liquidity is, what they are doing. Sometimes I use it to watch structure, but not always. Yeah. Price action and bubbles. I do think on a 15-minute she wants up though. We have some levels to retest on an hourly too, daily too. I just want to see continuation from these sell orders. Like it's hitting it, sells off. Like I want to see them get eaten and then continuation, meaning they want to buy higher, they want to eat them up to show me some conviction in that direction. At the moment, there's really no clear direction in my opinion, even though I think this is a good area for a long. Kind of want to see something more trending, like a break of this high, continuation, maybe something like that. I don't know. To be expected after a, what is it? A 1,100 point dump on Friday. The range is big though, so I do expect if she breaks out of this, there's a lot of room to test up or down. So if we start losing these levels, yeah, overall from a daily perspective, I'm looking for the low value, the low prior range, and to the upside, basically the value area high, and see what happens there. Look at some structure on the hourly, 15. Damn. Well, it was an easy day to make money, but also an easy day to lose money for sure. It's definitely both sides to it. This thing doesn't want to go, huh? It's getting tight too. It's unable to break this high, unable to break this low. Wait for the squeeze, I think. If on this short I could have just had a retest of these levels here, I would have been break even. Oh, you're playing the long side? Damn. Well, breaking the range right here, right now. at the freaking candles, dude. This is like, what is it? $80-point candle, 70-point candle, like, bro. And from an auction perspective, we opening price sold off, basically rejected 2 times now. This could also just be a failed auction here and then just get back into it and continue. So I'm a little bit hesitant to be really aggressive. Kind of really want to see something good to play short. I don't know why, but the freaking volume is so low, dude. Like, what's going on? Lowering my bubble size to 30. Oh, mic volume low. That should be better. Mr. J Shetty. I was doing some cleaning over the weekend, so I shuffled some sliders. So from a 15-minute IB, session is short. Even looking for value low, point of control of those first 15 for continuation down. But at the same time, context-wise, this that 15-minute closed bad. See if we can spot some absorption. Has to be really good to get me involved here, because this is an ideal long spot too. I want to remove this line. The usefulness of DEEPCHARTS.DEEPDOM, like it's very useful to see where everyone is positioned. So I really like that. I just get the feeling the book is that super empty. I don't know what's going on. Maybe remove some Settings. Get absorbed, start stepping in here. Not the biggest fan of the structure though. It's reacting hard on those buyers here, so it's not the weakest thing. That's 40 points. Freaking 40-point wick at the moment. Gotta. Just a wick of this candle is 40 points. I mean, it's fine, but kind of want something to manage my risk from 20 points ish. Looks heavy though. Sellers getting absorbed here. Man, I see trades up and down. Again, like the stop placement is like, Jesus. Patience. If I'm not seeing it, I'm not seeing it. I mean, there's trades to be made, but I just don't want to be putting on trades that don't make sense-ish. This could be a failed auction, back in range, all the way back to the upside. Let's see what happens here. See if they get absorbed. Yo, why is it doing it like this? That was bad. Just market. Jesus. Don't use the market order on risk mode. That is not funny. That sucks balls. Thought I was putting a limit order. Well, we're off to a good start. Let's see what this hourly wants to do, huh? So above 490s long. We've gone stopped out regardless because I wanted to go long. Put my stop here. What if wicked me either freaking way? I feel like I'm fighting trend to look long here, but I do feel this thing is range bound-ish. If we can see some strength here. I don't want to see this level get rejected. Wick me. Needs to be protective. Continuation from the 455s. So I'll start trailing. I'm taking back one arm. I'm fine with that. I needed one R back at least from my prior screw up, even though it still looks good. Kind of wanted to see some immediate continuation from that box. Stop still should have been here technically. But I needed the R because otherwise I would have been real tight with my daily stop loss, which is 3 losses. But it's volatile, man. Like candles are huge, huge, huge. Also just gotta be okay with being able to trade list size. It's just the entry in the order The stop order has to make sense, regardless whatever this fucking size is. These are freaking 50-point candles in the 1 minute. So if I were to, for example, for a $500 stop, it will only allow me to use 5 micros. That's crazy. Yeah, I have to adjust to the volatility, otherwise I'm just gonna get smoked. Like on these, on that market order I put in here, like freaking, how many points was that? 35, 15 points. That was $500 regardless of my setup, my trade. It's always gonna be $500. If I put it like at 2 ticks, I'm going to be entering for 1 billion micros, but 2 ticks, I'm losing $500. This was a order mess up. Don't know why I pushed that button. This thing is really heavy to trade because it's not directional at all. Like the session is kind of short. Opening price, rejecting opening price, rejecting opening price, then trading towards the IB low, breaking the IB low, meaning shorts only, value area low, point of control. Should be looking for shorts at these levels. At the same time, this could be a failed auction. Price could just yeah, it's very unclear at the moment for me. Although she's basically doing the IB thing, 50-minute IB, rejecting value, which is not a bullish thing. Candles are huge though, man. So for example, if she would confirm, yeah, that would only allow me 5 contracts. It's a big ass stop though. It's 50 points, which is fine if it is what it is. But I don't feel like going short here. Maybe we sell off and then look for some absorption and continuation towards lower levels. again, somewhat absorption, confirming bullish. You want to see continuation. Still rejecting here though. Buyers try to step in here, immediately got sold into. Is this gonna be the push? I want to see this level get lost. You want to see that impulse retest. Hopefully, if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Shorting here would be like shorting against the bottom, I feel. I think it still looks good for down, but I don't want to be testing it out right here. This might rip. Or not. Jeez, hourly IB is gonna close in 9 minutes. Jesus, this session is tight as fuck. Like a 250 point range. Like Friday's session was obviously extreme, but 1,120. This thing is super tight. Like from a 15-minute perspective, I'm looking for basically the low or the high to get broken to play continuation. Like initially it looked good for a bounce from that structure. This could be a failed auction. Looks like a failed auction to the downside. But yeah. It's also a good way to get really frustrated with price entering, price not going anywhere. At this point, I kind of want to see for the longs from that 50-minute IB. Want to see that point of control get broken and left behind, and then maybe look for longs above the opening price and above these levels here. Basically, IB high, but these are still reload shorts. Although it looks like it wants to fail, I wouldn't want to be shorting here right now. I'm gonna get myself a cup of coffee because this is gonna take a little bit of time. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. All right, NASDAQ, what you do? What you up to? Some liquidity on top here. Kind of want to see it eat it and continue from it. Right here. Yeah, but where do you put your stop, huh? Where do you put your stop? You can rather wait for it to really break out. If it does it all at all. Someone was on mute too. Damn. This is that level on the 15. Structure wise, I'm looking to get gained, to get long. This could easily reject here too, drop back into range. The issue with this trade is that it still looks good for the move above these levels. I didn't want to give that all back. Because this is just one freaking candle. We'll take that all away and then go back up or whatever. I feel like a day like today is not a bad day to lock it in. I'm up $500. Feels like hard work today. That was a bad entry, dude. Jesus. Could have waited for this candle to close. Little retest of that would have been quicker in the money. Good stop location, although let's see, what would have that been. It would have been annoying because I probably would have not got filled by a tick or something. This would have been a good stop. Sellers pushing it hard here. Seems like they get absorbed. I don't want to test it though. Should have been long already. It's a lot of business being done here. Overnight higher. Yeah, well, the most obvious thing would be that price broke out of here. And then some structure to the upside. That would be the obvious place. Didn't even sweep the highs here. Just rejecting the highs. Seems like a big ass compression day today. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss in this freaking range. Still is good for continuation from here, but I rather play the high side here. See the break. This point is not looking too hot for the longs. I'm gonna reboot my audio for a second here. For some reason, I'm not able to get my freaking Winamp. These bubbles are way too small. Kind of want to see price trade above. Keep trading above the overnight high though, otherwise this could be somewhat of a liquidity sweep. It's a big ass order at the 700s. Which is not that far away. So at this point, this was the failed auction, liquidity sweep. I do like it towards the 700s, 800s, but I kind of want to see price straight above IB high, overnight high. Because if this would turn back into the overnight range, this would be also for me a failed auction, and then price just keeps continue chopping around. I could also be happy with my 500 bucks on the day though. This is somewhere line in the sand for me, structure wise. IB high, overnight high. Ideally, I want to see them get picked up here. Can I get one more sweep down? Sir, NASDAQ? Sir? Bro. Kind of want to be in that mood before we hit these levels to be able to put my stop quicker break even. Now we hit that level. If she closes here, then comes back to fill me, we already tested that level. Could have been aggressive though. Could have. Get the absorption here above the level. It's good. On that overnight high. Just want it to be a little bit too perfect once again. The 700s here, like 120 contracts. It's a big boy. Not that far away, like 40 points from here. This could have been an entry too. Well, I'm only up 392. What is this music, bro? Maybe some fuckery. Again, could have been aggressive. Just no volume. Or at least not the volume I want to see. It's like 10 points away now, liquidity. Supporting the move here hard, pushing it up. The 770s could be still very viable, basically prior value area high. Like 770s makes a lot of sense structure wise. I just don't feel the urge to be like super aggressive. That's 700. Come on then, keep on floating like what you've been doing the whole time, huh? Go for that 720, brother. Touch it and I'll trail. One hour trail here. Scalping lights. Jeez. Continue. Small scalp, probably got wick to the tick, and then she pops another 20 points like she usually does. But yeah, not my strongest play to trade it here. Already up that much. She keeps going up though. I'm up $1,000, 2 hours in a day. Probably gonna lock this account up. That's the hardest 1,000 in a long time. I think I'm Gucci with 1,000 for today. And like again, like the stop still should have been here. It's very normal for price to just retest here, reload, and then continue like she's been doing the whole time. Or like at least break even and then start trailing at 2R. I think I got like $700, $600 from that thing. Because I'm looking, anticipating price to gravitate towards this lower structure, which is at 770s ish. At the same time, this is like the high end of that daily. So basically the idea I was playing. And then if I'm not mistaken, got like a low structure here. Same thing, same price as on the hourly, the 750s, 770s, which is also going to be in line with around that price value area high. So that was mainly the idea, but overall we're getting up there. Like I was kind of hoping for somewhat more of a fuckery move, sweep some early short longers and then get into it. I get a better risk to reward, better risk place to take risk. Putting it on here risk, even though it might look good because there's absorption, continuation. Expected value wise, this for me is like a C or a B trade, even though everything is very obvious in direction wise. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get them perfect every day. It's normal. It is what it is. But from a trade perspective, my risk here, even though it stays $500, I was able to go along 24 micros. So I like that. I like to be higher in contract size. Although the trade should be managed volatility wise, structure wise, regardless. I definitely was not having that earlier on. Candles were just way too big. I really messed up here with the market order too. That was freaking annoying. 740s, 750s. It's got that liquidity though, 780s. So there is business to be done here. It's just gonna be without me. Daily profit 1,150. Pause for decision. Account locked. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's overall not a bad day. Could have been better though. Could have been better. Got some Arc Raiders soundtracks. That would have been such a spooky long. Just a big ass top. Jesus, like imagine trading from this crap. Like on this chart. Are we able to do that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sim. Okay. Oh, crazy. That would be crazy to trade like this. Looks like this wants to round out something, somewhat. Buyer stepping in to get a push through here. You can see a little bit of a pullback. Sellers trying to step in. This could also just freaking rocket up. Lots of business being done here. This could be a nice spot for. There she goes. This could be a quick move. So 50s. Failing. Interesting. Big ass drop on Friday. CPI on Wednesday. Overall, I think we had some patience, although sometimes not. I think overall, I'm happy to play what I played. Try to get into the short early and got stopped out. Market order screw up there. So I was down 2R on those two moves. That was not good. Scalped 1R back. Scalped 2R back. And then I scalped 1.5 Rs. Not something I wanted to hold here. Not really, haven't really found my play though. This one I could have been way more patient too, looking back. Too much anticipating price to go. Could have waited for confirmation retest. Would have been better. Maybe got a little bit too passive around these levels. Oh well, end of the day, it's all about managing the risk. Keep your composure. Don't lose yourself to your emotions in the market. That's what it's about. So I think we hit that part. So that's good. That's what it's about. All right, I'm gonna leave it at here, man. It's about to get to lunchtime. I'm getting really hungry. Price is just floating up. Looks like she wants those 770s after all. All right, everyone stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.